Hey guys! So I'm very excited to be filming on this beautiful thing that I'm holding in my hand that you can't see, but what I had mentioned in my Valentine's post was that part of the surprise was I got a belated birthday present from John, and it was this amazing Sony Alpha 5100 camera. And so I now have something legit to blog with. I mean, look at the quality. I'm looking up at like the screen here, so sorry that I keep looking away from you guys, but I'm just like so in awe of this thing, and I'm so I feel really lucky. He did like a ton of research on which camera would be good for this purpose, and just also being able to take really good pictures and put a lot of thought into it. It was between this and another, and the other one was like really heavy, and so we kind of together decided on this one like last second. But oh my gosh, when I opened up that present, I just died. Like, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So anyway, here I am coming at you from the new and improved vlogging camera. So I wanted to touch on my most recent deadlift video that I posted. I had a few people say that they thought it would be a good idea for me to talk about why I don't do, or I'm not currently doing strict sets with my deadlifts. Essentially, the only thing I would say about that is it's a personal preference, and really it's less about aesthetics for me than it is right now just for me trying to get stronger. This has been working really well, and that's because so essentially when I go into deadlift, what'll happen is I'll usually start at the same warm-up weight, which is 135, just, you know, 45-pound plates on either side. And then I will go into my working sets, I call them, essentially things that are harder for me and not at warm-up reps, which my warm-up reps at 135 are usually like 5 or 6 reps to really get my muscles engaged. I'll usually warm up before I deadlift though with something else, glute activating, things like that. But anyway, so I'll start at 135, then I'll start working my way up. I think this last time I did 135, 155, 175, 185, 195, and then I got up to the 200. So essentially what I do in my working sets is I go by how I feel. If it feels easy, I move up immediately to the next weight. So I'll do one set at, say, 155, and if it feels easy, then I just move up. If it feels kind of challenging, I'll stay there for another set to kind of master that weight that day. It totally right now depends on how I feel workout to workout. So one workout I might get up to 200 pounds, and you know, the week after I might only get up to 185, but that's because for me, it's not about just moving a ton of weight around and, you know, maxing out all the time. I do want to get stronger, and I do want to keep moving, you know, good weights around, which is why I get so excited, like last week when I, you know, hit 200 again. But more than anything for me, it's about feeling actually like I'm getting stronger versus like, oh, I just, you know, kind of flimsily hit that 195 this week, but at least I hit it again. You know, that's not what I'm after. I'm after actually getting stronger week after week. So if that means I can't quite go up to the weight that I did the week before, but I'd rather stay at the weight before it for 2 sets versus the 1 set that I did the week before, that's what I do. So essentially I'm kind of like intuitive eating. I'm kind of intuitive setting my deadlifts. I'm going based off of how I feel, how strong I feel that week, how adequate I feel at that weight at that time. And why I'm doing that, other than the fact that, you know, like I said, I want to get stronger and I want to actually legitimately get stronger and not move forward before I feel like I'm ready. For me, it's a mental thing. I love being able to move up when I feel like I'm ready to, versus like when I have strict sets. For example, if I were to say, you know, do 2 warm-up sets at 135, and then do 2 sets of 4 at the next weight, and 2 sets of 3 at the next weight, and 2 sets of this at the, when I have those structured sets, first of all, sometimes I get fatigued before I can get to higher weights. If I don't move up fast enough, for example. And also, it feels a little restricting versus when I can move up. If I feel good at a set and I'm like doing another set of 5 at this weight is not gonna do anything for me today. I really love being able to move up right away. Now, this is not what I do every single time I deadlift. Like I said, I've only been doing this for the last like few weeks or so, but it's been helping me mentally get to those higher weights again. So when I say again, by the way, I mean like a year ago when I was deadlifting like, you know, at least once a week, and I was, you know, hitting like 225 or at least 215 or whatever for like multiple reps, so that I wasn't even my 1 rep max. But that's what I mean again, because I haven't been deadlifting as much as I did back then, so it takes a little bit to get back to that. But essentially it has just felt really good to be able to move up, you know, maybe quickly one week, and the next week I need another set at another weight. So I'm really just kind of going intuitively about my deadlifts. But you know, like I said, that's not how I do every single exercise. Like if I, you know, move on from deadlifts and after I hit that last weight, then I go to cable kickbacks or whatever later on in my workout. I'm usually doing, you know, 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 12, something like that. So I'm not doing that with every single exercise, and I don't always do that with deadlifts. But for right now, it's been really really more than anything, it's been a mental, you know, checking off the list, because when I don't feel like held back by the sets that I've already written, and if I'm ready to go and I can just move on to the next one, it's really been helping me feel mentally like I'm ready to go hit those bigger weights. So I guess that's the best way I can describe it. It just feels like if I'm ready to go, I do it. If I'm not, I stay there and I hit another set of that weight. So that's, I guess, the best way to describe, you know, what's been going on with that. So I hope that clears it up a little bit. I know that when I say I don't do strict sets, everyone's kind of like, okay, so what do you do, or what does that mean? So I know I had to kind of work through that while I talked to you about it, because like I said, it's not like for one reason. It's kind of a multitude of things that combine into me just feeling better about, you know, moving forward week to week with my increases in strength. So yeah, let me know if you have any other questions about that. I promise I will get better at this camera, and although that's like the beauty of it, is that, you know, you really, like, it kind of does a lot of the work for you, but I will get better about, you know, all the features that it has. I haven't had a camera before with this, you know, detachable lens and all these crazy zoom features. Hello. So, yeah, so I need to play around with this more. I am sorry that the footage of the deadlifts themselves is actually still from my phone, because I know that it's like crap compared to this, but you know, I already had it, so I figured I would include it for you guys. But please give this a thumbs up if you like, you know, to see workouts and hear about what I'm doing with my workouts, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!